So what else we got? Faker winning his fourth.
Baker winning his fourth. LCS went down from 10 teams to 8
Yep.
out of nowhere.
Out of literally nowhere, yeah.
EG
Evil Geniuses just being dead.
The ultimate fall from greatness a couple months ago to just the epitome of not what to do in the gaming space.
The highest highs and the lowest lows, yep.
What else? Call of Duty starting up. I don't know if you know this guy Exposed. He was a Call of Duty streamer. Now he has a big stake deal. He just runs slots now.
Okay.
But he came back and he used to do like S&D chows. He used to be famous for like spitting on his camera.
Okay.
And he's back and he's been playing like $40,000 chows with him and this guy Big Red, and they are just absolutely horrific. And they're just giving out free money. So I've been watching that a little bit. Happened. I don't think anything new with Valorant. Nothing new with Counter-Strike. Halo Optic released APG. He's been on the team for the past 2 years. They got second in, I think, the finals after getting 2-4 swept and then 4-0 swept.
Yep.
And
yep.
they just released him.
Damn,
So I wonder who they're
APG.
going to pick up. Yeah. So he says he's going to still keep playing. I'm not sure if he has a team, though, or what, but that's around. Yeah, I think that's... Let me see. A lot of league stuff. Gen G just completely blew it up. They got rid of Chovy. Got rid of Chovy. Got rid of like their top laner and their jungler, I think.
That's fucking crazy.
And they've been kind of dominating T1 in the league, but then losing playoffs, so that's kind of wild. What else we have? F1 Vegas happened.
Yep.
That happened. Max Verstappen another win. So
I mean, it's just automatic for him at this point, right? Like, why does anybody else even attempt?
I don't know. Just it's a little strange. I don't know. I gotta tone down his car.
Legit, dude. That's fucking crazy. I mean, there's just like no. I mean, yeah, I don't even know why. I don't know anything about F1. I just know that guy wins all of them. I mean, surely you can't gamble. Good morning, Marco. Good morning. Hope that you're having a great one, King. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Yeah, we'll get into it. Let's get into it. We'll fucking get into it. So we got Faker, we got EG blowing it up, we have Thanksgiving tier list, and a whole lot more. All right. On this episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast, we have our annual Thanksgiving food tier list. We actually haven't done it in a couple of years. We're bringing it back. Myself and Tiggy are going to be going through all of the Thanksgiving foods and drinks and ranking them appropriately in a perfectly unbiased, 100% accurate ranking of Thanksgiving foods. We also have the results from League of Legends Worlds 2023. Faker and T1 bringing home their fourth one. LCS downsizing from 10 teams to 8. Evil Geniuses potentially folding altogether and exiting the esports space in probably one of the highest peaks to the lowest valleys you could possibly think of. All that and more on a very special Thanksgiving Eve early morning coffee talk edition. Dom and Tiggy, we're coming right at you with this episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast. Let's go. Yo, welcome back to Not Another Gaming Podcast. It's your boy, Papa Dom. We're here live, direct, and handsome on this beautiful Thanksgiving Eve. And by beautiful, I mean it's about 20 degrees and freezing rain where I am. And then, of course, coming to us, not from the West Coast, or not from, like, the West, Midwest. I don't know, what is Arizona considered? Is it Midwest, or is it the West?
I'd consider it the West. I consider anything past Michigan the West, honestly.
Okay.
No,
that makes total sense. But now you're back out east. You're back home. Tiggy is now in the same time zone as us for one of the first times ever in the podcast. So,
That's right.
Tiggy, how you feeling? How's it feel to be home?
Big claps. I feel great. It's always good coming back to like see family and just kind of disconnect a little bit from the day to day. So it's been awesome. Flown in a little bit of traffic, but I got in Saturday nights at like 11 o'clock p.m. That's the thing about Arizona. There's no straight through flights basically anywhere.
Sure.
So I found one, but it left at like 4, so we got in at 11. Cool. Get in at 11, drive an hour home, and it was about time start for what I thought was League of Legends Worlds. Unfortunately, I was mistaken. I think the pre-show started at 1 a.m. Apparently, the finals didn't start till 3.
Yeah. No, I actually remember we talked about that last week, and we were like, yeah, so that's at 3 or 4 or something like that. And I was like, Tiggy's going to fuck that up. But no, I remember like last year or the year before when I set my alarm to watch it, it was like, I set my alarm for like 2 a.m. and it didn't start for another hour and a half. And like Miller was all freaked out, and he woke up and like followed me downstairs, and my wife was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, I'm watching people play League of Legends, Lauren. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. This is what my life is. But that's great. So the travels were good.
Travels were good.
We been a lot of games. Been a lot of games being played. Have you been? You've been on NW3. You're still on the league grind. What is that looking like right now?
So here, I haven't played any COD since I've been back. I played a little league. I played a game of Pokemon Unite. Trying to get back in.
Okay.
Trying to get back in. Played it on the treadmill, and I forgot the game's only 10 minutes. And then I'm locking in. I logged in to ranked, so I'm like, oh, everyone should know what they're doing. Everyone should know what they're playing.
No.
I'm like, oh, I choose this lane. 4 of the 5 members decide to go to the bot lane, and I'm the only one on the top lane, and I was the only one that chose a support player. And I'm like, what's going on? Didn't we figure this out?
Yeah.
So I'm still playing with like the 10-year-old Pokemon players.
Yeah, you're still in. If you're playing in like the very first like ranked division, I mean, you'll blow through that. Like once you get to that point. I'm glad that you played. We got to make sure that we're adding each other too. I haven't played in. Give me just 1 second here. Okay, breaking news. Just an absolute fleece of a trade in my fantasy league just went through. So I thought a kid in my fantasy league was totally joking when he's in last place. He's mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. And his team has just been shitting the bed nonstop. So he was like, whoever sends me like the funniest and most ridiculous trades, I'll just give you a player on my team. I'm the commissioner, and I allowed this. His team's also not that good. Like there's like 1 or 2 players that. Like his best player is Saquon Barkley, and he went off last week. And he's been heating back up, but like he's been pretty mid this season for what he normally produces. So like it's not going to break the league, and it's not going to like mess up the playoff rankings. So he was like, if you offer me the funniest trade, I'll give you a player. And so I was like, great. And I was like, all right, so who would he get a kick out of? Tom Brady is still on this fantasy app. Henry Ruggs, who's doing 10 years in prison right now, is still on this fantasy app. I like starred a bunch of players last night looking at it, and then I realized that there's this wide receiver on the Rams who's like their 10th string wide receiver, who I don't even think has an active contract right now, and he has the same name as one of the guys in the league.
Oh my God.
The same exact name, and I was like, holy shit, I'm adding this guy. And I added him, and I offered him a trade. This dude who's never going to play, 0% roster, 0% start. He just had an injury settlement with the Chargers after being waived. And that was the last update on him. And I got Saquon Barkley. So
your fantasy team's looking real good now.
So I mean, there it is.
That's awesome.
Saquon Barkley.
That's funny.
I'm gonna look at the trades channel real quick. Yeah, and he just tagged the guy, and he was like, "Welcome to the squad." So there we go. Hey Ken, good morning. I hope you're well. But yeah, we're doing some coffee this morning. We have I got some cold brew myself. It seems like Tiggy. What do you got to caffeinate this morning?
Oh, we're drinking a little.
Oh,
sugar-free, zero sugar, Monster Zero Energy.
Very nice.
Just the best and the brightest.
Very nice. The best part of waking up is white Monster in your cup.
That's right.
But no, we'll have to get involved on Pokemon Unite. We'll run a couple scrims. You know.
Yeah, I need a champ. I need a champ I can just carry in these low leagues.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, just like league. I'm so down low in league. I played a little with Reg. I'm trying to build back up.
Yeah.
I'm maining Zyra now. I'm maining Zyra.
Okay.
I had 2 incredible games yesterday. Then I decided to play a third. My dog's shitting upstairs. I gotta go clean it up. I'm like, Michael, Troy's on the headset. Figure it out. He will tell you what to lock in, what to play, what to do, everything. And my brother's PC is like a little older than mine.
Yeah.
And he picks everything. He goes to like Alt Tab to start the stream so Troy can watch.
Yeah.
And the whole thing black screen for like 2 minutes.
No.
And I got an AFK lead penalty, lost 30 some LP.
Oh no, dude.
All those 2 wins just erased right there. And it wasn't my brother's fault, but it's like I came down, I was fuming. I was like, dude, all that work, hour and a half.
I mean, 2 wins is that's an hour. That's 90 minutes of agony that you have to go through to scrape those wins out.
Fact. The thing about bronze tier, it's like we will get 5 down at like the 25-minute mark, and I'm like pinging Baron. I'm like, Baron, it's like, Baron, one more half team fight, game's over. Like, we just go. And we're just pushing, like, we're pushing a tower for no reason. People are backing right now. It's like, just go to Baron. Everyone's dead. So it's hard to control the minions. And I'm just like pinging, and Troy's my friend who's like a master tier League of Legends player. He's played for a decade. He's incredible. And he helps coach me. And he's like, stop pinging. You got to type to these morons. So I'm like, Baron. He's like, type it again. Baron. So I'm trying to do all that, but I'm getting better, but it's going nowhere. The new split might come, might be a little different. The whole map is changing. League of Legends map's changing for the first time in like 5 years.
I saw them post about that. I saw them post that like they're like, you're not going to be able to believe like all the changes that are coming to League next season. And yeah, it does seem like they're blowing everything up, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's cool. You can sign up for like a PBE account. I don't know what the PBE public beta.
Yeah.
I don't know what the E is, but you can just sign up for an account as long as you have like a good standing League of Legends account, which might be tough in this climate with their honor levels. But you sign up, and we've played the new map and stuff. It's really cool. It kind of makes more sense in the lanes, and you can potentially have like more dives on the tower and stuff and a little more flank. So it seems cool. The new champ completely broken. That will not be allowed in competitive. They're going to tune that down. But yeah, I've been playing that. A little Wild Rift too, the mobile League of Legends. I was falling off the treadmill 2 days ago on that. And that I'm actually good. Wild Rift, I'm actually very good at. But again, I'm probably playing 12-year-olds on there. I'm almost Emerald in there, so I'm excited for that.
Hey, I love that. It seems like some progress is being made. Since we last spoke, about a couple hours after we last spoke, Super Mario RPG came out.
Big.
I have beaten the game. So it took me a week. I literally beat it like 2 nights ago. Not even a week, basically. Put 10 hours in, and I can safely say that it's one of the most magical experiences that I've ever experienced. I think it's a phenomenal game. It is an incredibly faithful, gorgeous remake. If you haven't played the original, you owe it to yourself to try it out. If you have a Switch, you should definitely play it. Another great thing too is that it runs great, like undocked. It's beautiful. It's beautiful undocked. It's beautiful docked. Like it runs the same. It runs at 60 frames per second. It's a turn-based game. There's some, it is a really beautiful. It has some really beautiful elements to it. They probably could have made it look better, I guess, but it doesn't need to. It looks exactly the way it should. No, I'm really pleased with it. There's actually some. It's not necessarily New Game Plus elements to it, but there are some like post-credits content that you can do. You can go back and do. There's like this bonus boss that was added in there as like a nod to Final Fantasy, which is like insanely hard, and it's like 5 times harder than the actual final boss of the game. Like you're supposed to go and die to it like 25 times, and there's a remastered version of it. There's like an even harder version of it that you can find after you do like the post-game content and stuff like that, which is cool. So I haven't done any of that yet. I'll probably do it eventually, but I'm just happy to have experienced it. And yeah, it's a big don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened type of thing, because I can't believe that I already blew through it. So, and if anybody's listening to this, and if you're looking for an RPG for a little one in your life, if you have a younger Mario fan who you want to maybe, as long as they can like read, they probably should be able to read, is probably the minimum age that I would recommend this for. So I guess like 6, 7, 8 years old ish. My nephew's 8 and he can read, so I would assume like 6, 7, 8. But however, as long as they're like reading age, I think they'd be okay. There's the normal mode itself was super easy for me. And there's also like a breezy mode, which I don't even know how easy. Like I just assume the game plays itself for you because normal was extremely simple. I don't think there were any bosses that I got stuck on for more than like a minute, you know. And especially once you like level up your guys, you know, you start blowing through stuff. And Rockin' 505 said I am on WoW again. I actually reinstalled WoW too.
Ooh. I saw someone play. Is WoW 2, is that like the classic or no? Is that a whole new WoW?
So there's two like versions of WoW at any given time now. They have WoW Classic and then they have Retail.
Okay.
The current Retail state I think is pretty good as far as I know. Ken can correct me if I'm wrong because he's probably more involved than I am in it. I loved Dragonflight. I thought it was great. I played through the first raid tier, and you know I kind of just fell off. The baby arrived, and then it was just that, right? But yeah, in terms of the state of WoW, the next 3 expansions got announced. So we actually have a roadmap for the first time for the game, where instead of doing these like breakneck pivots every like year and a half to like a totally different story theme and like bad guy, we have like a 3 expansion roadmap of like an overarching story that'll just continuously go, which is pretty exciting. I mean, it's kind of like a Marvel type deal where, you know, we have an idea of like the broad strokes themes of like the campaigns that we're going to be doing and stuff like that, and like who we're going to be fighting, and they're all weave in together, which is pretty amazing. So I'm really pumped to see how that unfolds. So they got me.
That's cool.
I'm back.
I saw a tweet, someone in the gaming space where it's like, I never played WoW before. I hopped on last night, and I think I've had the most fun playing a video game in the last 3 years. First time ever playing WoW and stuff like that. So it's like, that's just cool that people are just hopping into that. WoW, I've only played like the betas, and I've solely played it just after watching the World of Warcraft South Park episode.
Yeah.
Hence, you know, like millions others.
Yeah. I 100% would recommend to play it to anybody. Make Love Not Warcraft is a hysterical episode. There was a time when WoW Classic came out where a bunch of us were playing, even like a few folks that never played WoW before, but Classic is just like, it honestly brought back more painful memories than anything else because I forgot how fucking difficult it was and how much of a slog it was. Retail, like I leveled up 4 times in like an hour, and you know it's good to just get to the end game content. Right now, usually about a year and change into an expansion, they release like a catch-up zone, which is what they have now, where there's like some new story content. It's a brand new area, and there's tons of high-level stuff that's kind of pretty low-hanging fruit, so that you can get right back into the current stuff. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm really loving it. And
cool.
yeah,
kind of like Destiny a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Like they'll you know get like an initiative out there where you can easily kind of grind some like repetitive quests. You get like a token and you trade the tokens in for pieces of gear that will get you right back up to where you need to be so that you can experience the new stuff.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so speaking of new stuff, we have this is a new tier list for 2023. I'm going to share my screen. I don't know what the best way to do this is. If I should just share my screen with you on Discord. Let's see how this works. Can I just do this?
I see it.
Oh, hold on one second. Whoa. Your stream's still running. There we go. Oh, Jesus. We've paused this
good
preview.
on the...
Oh, but I can't, like, tab out of... Damn. Okay, so I guess I can't do that. Hold on. Here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the window on Discord or on like on Streamlabs, and then you can look at the stream on Twitch, I guess. Does that work?
Okay. Yep, I can do that.
All right. One sec. Hold on.
Do that.
So let me see here. Let's do window capture, Whoops. That
As
was...
we're figuring out this, I just wanna say as well, old school RuneScape. Since we were talking about MMORPGs with World of Warcraft, old school RuneScape hitting 200,000 to players thanks to Leagues 3 happening right now. Friend of the pod, friend of the program, Jake Lucky.
Yeah.
Very happy to report on that.
All right. Hey, love
And,
that. RuneScape.
Love that.
Big news
Love
for
that
RuneScape.
for us. Big news.
Let me see here. Hold on. I gotta add a new window capture thing in here. Let's do tier list TL.
Why aren't I signed
That's a
in?
folder.
Dude, one.
Where the fuck is my window? It's like I've never done a podcast before.
There we go. Oh, this is good. Here we go. All right, I'm in the stream finally. I'm loving PvP. WoW's up for the first time. Yeah, I might have to check out WoW. Ken also sent me to a little Call of Duty 8's Discord I saw.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to get cooking on that now.
All right, so I am going to try to like maximize this here. And then I'm going to put us over it, is what I'm going to do. Hold on. Let me get us over this. Window capture.
There we go.
Here we go. All right. So, we have some very important... I'm going to do it like this, actually. Hold on one second. I'm going to change our little, like, layout here. I'm fucking up everything, but it's fine. This is really bad audio, but I'm glad that you filled some airspace there.
Shout out to all the audio listeners. Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, this is better. Tiggy.
Good.
And okay. Boom. We get the window capture there. You can see the oh, for Christ's sake. There we go. All right, boom. Oh my god. Here we go. All right, cool.
That's so funny.
It's a little, a little finicky. A little finicky. All right. Thanksgiving tier list. Here we go. We're going to start with the beverages. I think beverages are a great place to start.
Yep.
So we have beer, mimosas, wine. And again, I didn't fill out all of this, and I did add a couple of things because they weren't on here.
Yep.
Like wine and like spiced cider were on here, but like beer, mimosas, Bloody Marys, stuff like that wasn't on here. So we're going to start there. Beverages, beer. Let's talk beer and wine, Tiggy. What are your thoughts on beer and wine individually and where they belong on this tier list here?
I mean, massive fan of beer. I showed my appreciation all last night, and especially where we have 3 football games now in the new age. So I mean, I feel like beer has to be up top, either S or A.
Yeah,
minimum.
no.
I mean,
beer
it
is
can't be anywhere
that's
else.
an easy A tier. That's an easy S tier, and it's so good I'll put it on there twice because I accidentally uploaded 2 beer images, so we're just gonna go right there. Wine, I'd say that's A. I don't love. I mean, you won't see me drinking a ton of wine, but it's nice and it's a little classy, especially if you're getting full. Nice classy way to keep the buzz rolling. It's you're still thin in the blood, but you don't feel as full on it. Would you agree with A tier, or what are your thoughts on that?
I think A is appropriate. I mean, I feel like wine pairs really well with turkey. You always think of the turkey and the wine, and you fall asleep, but it's because you drank 7 glasses of wine, really, not the turkey. But
100%.
Yeah, I think that plays.
Mimosas and Bloody Marys. Do you guys do a little mimosa Bloody Mary pregame before you get after it? Or?
So we do not. We personally do not. I like mimosas. I mean, I like orange juice and champagne, so it's fantastic. Bloody Mary, I think I've had one Bloody Mary in my life.
Okay.
So I don't know if I can actually properly judge Bloody Marys. Mimosas, I like. I would say, but I wouldn't even think about. I wouldn't really think about it at Thanksgiving. I'd probably say B or C, honestly, for
Okay.
mimosas personally.
Yeah,
I don't know.
mimosas. I get a little agita from mimosas for too much. I mean, for me, Bloody Marys are A tier because I'll do one of those that'll just get you rolling for the day. Mimosas, I feel like a B. I've never had spiced cider on Thanksgiving. I have had it before, but to me, that's not exactly something that I'm reaching for.
Yeah.
This and like sparkling wine, that's kid shit. Get that shit in like like D or C tier. I have no interest in that whatsoever. Let's talk carbs. Let's talk.
Here we go.
Let's talk rolls. We've got.
Okay.
I've tried to organize this. It was all over the place, so I tried to organize it a little bit. So baked goods. We've got biscuits,
Okay.
dinner rolls, King's Hawaiian rolls, and crescent rolls. What are your
Okay.
What are your
Oh my
what are your
God.
thoughts here? Because there's a lot going on. There's a lot to think about.
So we don't do biscuits. We don't do biscuits, and personally, I'm not a big fan of biscuits.
Okay.
I am always going for the dinner rolls or the King's Hawaiian. I mean, King's Hawaiian is a solid staple. I think dinner rolls a little more personable, a little more effort in there. I would say dinner rolls above the King's Hawaiian.
Yeah.
I mean, I think dinner rolls go immediate to S tier. I couldn't imagine dinner rolls anywhere else.
Okay.
Maybe we could argue a little bit, but I think dinner rolls are top of the table.
I mean, I'd say amongst these, I'm more of a crescent rolls guy. I like the butteriness. I mean, it
You like the
depends. It depends. Like the dinner rolls that I am usually served are just plain. They're like right out of the package. They're not freshly baked.
Okay.
If we're talking like if as illustrated here, they're like these things are like buttery. They're glistening, golden. I mean, I'd say their ceiling is A tier. Personally, I mean, if you feel strongly about it, I just couldn't put that. Like I know other things that I'm gonna put in S tier, like a roast is S tier for me.
I'm happy with A. With A. I think dinner rolls belong up there. It's weird you say crescent. I say croissants, but you say crescents.
Well, I think the brand is crescent rolls, but yeah, croissants. Like, I mean, if you're putting, I'm talking the Pillsbury ones that come out of the can.
Oh, okay.
King's Hawaiian is
Gotcha.
this to me. The King's Hawaiian is more like what I'm normally served, and that to me is like D to F tier because I don't want a fucking plain cold room temperature piece of bread with my food. I need something that has been equally loved upon. And I'm sopping it up, swirling it around in the mashed potatoes and the gravy. Give me that all day long. I'm also fucking starving now. We're not even halfway through this thing, and I am legitimately ravenous. Biscuits, we're gonna go B tier because I haven't been wowed by any biscuits, to be honest with you. And this is me. This is just me, and you don't even have them. So I don't know. I just can't see myself reaching for those like at the dinner table. Like biscuits for me is more of like I don't know. I guess I've had biscuits more at like breakfast with like a breakfast sandwich or something like that. But that's again probably a regional thing. Brussels sprouts.
0. Double F. I don't even know if you can set it any lower.
I like Brussels sprouts and bacon. Like if they do that, but like it's really just the bacon.
Yeah.
But no, yeah.
You pair Brussels sprouts with anything delicious, it's gonna be decent.
Right. Yeah. No. 100%. Yeah. Like bacon is the ADC in that relationship. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like bacon is the hard carry backpacking.
Whoa. You're telling Brussels sprouts are the support?
I think so. I don't know. I mean, I've had some shitty support.
I don't know.
It depends. You know what I mean, though. It's the bacon is the Michael Jackson. Brussels sprouts is Tito.
Yeah.
This looks like butternut squash soup, which I've never had, but I feel like I wouldn't reach for if it was an option amongst all this other goodness. So that's like D tier to me. I mean, it's not inedible, but I don't see why I would ever want that.
Yeah.
Cranberry sauce, like homemade cranberry sauce versus canned cranberry sauce. Where are you at on that?
I usually have a little bit of cranberry sauce. I would say homemade. I'm more inclined to eat it, so I would say I don't know, C for homemade.
Yeah.
And then the cans I probably don't even touch.
Yeah, I'd call them both C tier for me. I'm not a huge cranberry sauce fan. If anything, it's gonna get in there by accident. is what's gonna happen. So I'm just gonna get on my plate, or like maybe I'll put a little bit on just to garnish it, but it's not big. Green bean casserole is new for me. I feel like only in the last couple of years we've had a little green bean casserole as a part of the game, and I like it. Don't love it. What are your feelings on green bean casserole?
I love green beans. Big green bean fan.
Yeah.
And I think green beans could stand alone by itself, but they make
Yes.
a little casserole. I think it's solid. I'd throw it in B. I throw it in B for sure.
I'd say that's B, and we'll put regular green beans because regular green beans are on that. So I'd put regular green beans in B. So you know what? It is funny when I was a kid, and it's still up to this day. I fucking loved the frozen ones, like just the regular like out of the can, out of the bag green beans. I liked those better than the homemade like roasted ones, fresh ones. And my mother was always like, "What is wrong with you?" But I'm just a hood booger at heart. So cornbread S. Cornbread is
cornbread S. Cornbread, throw it up there.
Cornbread is S tier. There's no. I don't even want to talk about it. It's S tier. Corn on the cob.
Corn on the cob. Corn's good. Corn's good, but
you might hurt some feelings.
When it comes to Thanksgiving, I'm not thinking, oh, I can't wait to have a little corn on the cob. You know, I'm never thinking that. Honestly, more often than not, I see corn not on the cob, just a little bowl as a side dish for Thanksgiving. So, to me, I think it's a little out of place.
Yeah.
Cornbread's going to take it all. I would say B or C for corn on the cob. Corn's good. I love corn. I'm not dissing corn.
Yeah. I mean, corn on the cob is just okay. I mean, it's fine if it's like, oh, we're at a barbecue and it's like burgers and corn on the cob and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But if it's at Thanksgiving dinner, come on. I don't think we're. It's not in the conversation. No, it's not in the conversation. Creamed corn.
I like cream corn. I guess you probably see that more in the bowl. Cream corn. I like cream corn a little bit better than corn on the cob. So I would throw it either above corn on the cob and C or B. I would. You know. What about you? What do you think?
I don't know. My mouse is like getting stuck, dude. I can't like get it up to B tier. I just can't.
Yeah.
Creamed corn is
fine.
like.
I think you put it a little in front of corn on the cob. Put it a little in front of corn on the cob.
I'll put it like right.
C.
I'll put it right there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right
creamed corn is like. I'll put that up there. That would be D tier if it was just me on the show, but I have your feelings to consider. So I guess the consensus is C. It's low C. It's a C minus though.
Yeah, it's C minus. Sorry, we're still passing barely.
Yeah, no, totally. Spinach. I'm not fucking. I'm just not gonna eat fucking spinach. What are we doing here? Get that fucking shit out of here.
Spinach. Cream spinach. Put cream spinach in there too. Get it out.
Actually, I'm gonna add a row below, and we're gonna put FFF tier.
Love that.
Just dog water tier. Get that out of here.
Dog water.
That.
Get the sprouts in there too. Put the sprouts in there.
Yeah. We'll get Brussels sprouts. Dog water tier. Get that shit out of here. It doesn't even smell good. It's not even appetizing.
Yeah.
Cream spinach. Fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is something that I don't know. I mean, this might be a regional. These might be some regional things. I don't know if you have these. Stuffed mushrooms or stuffed clams. Do you guys do stuffies at all? I love them.
Yeah. I think we've done maybe stuffed mushrooms. We definitely don't do stuffed clams. We're not doing seafood for Thanksgiving, so I can't comment on that. Stuffed mushrooms. I'm not a huge fan of mushrooms, but I know people like them. So the highest I would go is like C on any of these, but you know, it might be a regional thing because we don't usually see them that often.
I'm throwing stuffed clams B. Usually that's like part of the appetizers. Like we'll do Bloody Marys, we do stuffies. There's a little hot sauce on that. It's pretty good. It's kind of like it just ends up being like a breaded oyster or something like that. Stuffed mushrooms, I'll throw them in B. We'll stick B. Fried mushrooms I've never had, but it sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Like that's one of those things. If somebody was like, "Oh, try the fried mushrooms," I'd probably. Yeah. I mean, I would just start hammering them.
You fry anything, it's going to be A tier.
Yeah. I feel like we'll just throw that in A tier. I've never had it, but I just assume it's A tier. So if anybody's ever had fried mushrooms, let me know. Asparagus.
I mean, it's the ugly sister to green beans.
Yeah.
You know,
I
so
I like so asparagus is normally what I'll have on my plate just so somebody thinks I'm eating vegetables at Thanksgiving.
yeah. I would say C. I mean, asparagus isn't bad. I would say below green beans though. Can't put it above that.
No, yeah, C is fine.
I'd say a C or D.
It's like,
C
oh
or
look,
D.
Dom
Yeah.
has something green on his plate. It's usually just like a couple of sprigs of asparagus, just to like. Honestly, you know what asparagus is used for? Is it's the wall that separates the plate from the table.
Oh, true.
You put that there so the gravy doesn't like leak out onto the table. That's really what it is.
Yeah, that's smart.
White gravy, we don't serve that. I know that white gravy is delicious, but I've never had it. So, oh great, now Q is here. He's going to talk about eating raw tuna or something and putting tuna on his turkey. White gravy, is that a West Virginia thing at all, or no?
White gravy. Me personally, I don't see gravies in terms of colors or shades. I think all
Okay.
gravy to me is fantastic.
All gravy is
it's
beautiful,
all
yeah.
going on the potatoes. It's all going a little bit on the turkey, a little drizzle on the turkey. So, you know, I'd throw it right up there with brown gravy wherever you want to put it. You can put it a little behind if you want, but
I mean, what's that?
I
SRA?
love some gravy. I mean, I think gravy's got to be S. I mean,
Okay.
gravy might be bigger than mashed potatoes and turkey.
I mean,
Who's not the
gravy is the show, right? Like, you're not
Yeah.
eating turkey without it, right? Like, again, backpacking the holiday, and of course now we're hitting the big guns now. These are actually I want to hit a couple more. No, I'll save them. Because there's a couple more like weird ones in here that some people might do, but I've never done. Mac and cheese. We have regular mac and cheese and we have baked mac and cheese. Again, I didn't assemble this, so I don't know what the deal is here, but I mean, both of these they look beautiful, and
Fantastic. I'd probably say baked mac and cheese A, regular mac and cheese B.
Yeah,
I think baked's got to be a little higher.
yeah. You know that shit wasn't like Velveeta. It's not like Auntie just stopped at like Stop and Shop before she came here and put it together.
The best. My uncle, he'll smoke mac and cheese in his big smoker. Fantastic.
Oh my God.
So that's what I think. When I think of baked mac and cheese,
All
he
right,
does
I'm putting
that.
an S.
Some onions, some scallions in it. It's fantastic. Oh, it's delicious.
Oh, I just got like a chill. I just literally got like I just got like a tingle. Mashed potatoes are S tier. There's no.
Yep.
What are we doing here? Baked potatoes. I've never been served a baked potato or like a regular baked sweet potato on Thanksgiving. I mean, potatoes floor is B. There's no anything potato.
Yeah.
The floor is B.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see the whole potato as any bigger than that, but like I'm not going to Thanksgiving dinner to mash my own fucking potato. I want the whole kit and caboodle. You
gotta punch it in there. Yeah. So, yeah, I'd say that's fine. Both potatoes fantastic. It just doesn't really see a place at the table.
Totally. Do you guys ever do pearl onions? It's literally just
pearl onion.
Are you a pearl? So pearl onion's a dog water tier, and I'll tell you. So this is always so. Growing up, we always went to my uncle's place, and this was always on the table, and nobody ever touched it. It literally looks like little eyeballs, just like in oil or whatever, and it's just like, who asked for this?
I just googled it. It looked like wet cloves of garlic. I didn't know what I was looking at.
Yeah, no, just absolute, just. I gotta change the color of dog water tier. It's gonna be like black.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
So peas.
Peas? Oh, I mean, I'd say it's with like I don't know, peas. D. I don't hate peas, but I don't want to see them there.
Yeah, like you're never gonna see me eating them, but I mean.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, people do like peas in different ways. I mean, I'd say D or F. Honestly, it's D to F to me.
Yeah,
I'm putting them in F.
Worst is the pea. Have you ever seen anyone eat peas one at a time, and they're sticking their fork in one at a time?
Like in like a Disney cartoon, I feel like you see that, and like you see that in like Oliver and Company. They're like eating one pea and they cut it in half or something, or like Tom and Jerry. Cabbage.
Yeah. Cabbage? Ooh.
Oh.
I feel like we've recently been doing a little cabbage and like noodles and cabbage for some reason. I like one of the Thanksgivings recently, which I enjoy. I like noodles and cabbage, but I would still put it in like F. If we're
Yeah.
talking serious.
So it's a Polish thing that we do, or not me, but my in-laws they do is called kapusta, and kapusta
Okay.
is like it's cabbage and like kielbasa. So it's pretty good. I mean, it's a little like spicier. There's a lot more like meaty flavor to it, and it's like they sweat down the. It's almost like caramelized cabbage, kind of like you would do
Yeah.
with like a French onion soup, where you kind of like cook them down, and it's a little bit more like meaty. I don't. it still is the texture of like ass, so I don't love it. Um, but I mean, it's not that like the way they make it is bad. It's just that it's not for me. But they
Yeah.
fucking love it. But I don't know. Cabbage is D tier for me. I don't.
Yeah.
It looks like that's
Sounds
kind of
good.
the way it's prepared here. I don't know. I can't really see, but it looks like that's the way it's prepared here. Are you a deviled eggs guy?
No, I am not a deviled eggs guy at all. I know some people are. Some people are big fans. And I just, I can't do it.
That's F tier for me, big time.
Get it out.
That's the ceiling is F. And
It's very unappealing just to look at as well.
no, it's uncomfortable to look at, and people fucking love deviled eggs, dude. People go ape. They're like, oh fuck yeah, deviled eggs, dude. My wife was talking about it. She goes, I can't wait for deviled eggs, and I'm like, that's. You know who
That's your
the
weight?
last person that said that out loud to another human being was Ted Bundy. That's that's horrifying to hear from somebody, especially somebody I have to live with and raise a child with. Yeah, so there's that.
Get it out.
Let's see here. One second. Moving right along. I think these are collard greens. I've never had collard greens before. So somebody.
I think I've had them once. They should be an F or dog water, one or the other.
Ooh, collard. Okay,
ceiling's F.
Ken is telling us that collard greens slap. Tell me more about that, Ken, before I put him in F.
There's no. The fact that Ken loves them knows we should put him in F.
Yeah, Ken
Immediately.
looks malnourished at best. I'll put him in D just to even it out a little bit, but I'll hear some. I'll wait for Ken to give us to state the case.
They're filling some space on the tier list, just like they fill some space on the table.
Oh, Brad's here.
On
What's
the
up,
bus
Brad?
table.
Hope that Brad
True,
as
Ken
well. Ken doesn't know food. Roasted veggies again. This is like I'm not eating this shit. This is going on my plate to make people think like I'm actually eating vegetables. I don't know, and it's also generic. It's like, what is it? Is it fucking? It's D. It's D is what it is. Think green beans,
Okay.
but drenched in bacon fat and yummy goodness. Interesting. Okay, all right. I'll put green beans. I'll put collard greens in C tier. Just at the thought of that. Are Brussels sprouts a staple for Thanksgiving over there? Yeah, Q. We put them in dog water tier.
I can tell you everything.
Potato salad. Do they do potato salad? I don't. We never have. We never have potato salad on Thanksgiving. I personally wouldn't touch it if we did. But what do you think about potato salad?
I don't think we have it at Thanksgiving, but it's fantastic. So I would put it at least in B or C. I think potato salad's solid.
Right.
I feel like occasionally we might have it. I don't know.
All right, I'll put that in B. I'll put that in B for you.
Yeah.
I don't
Potato B tier, bottom 4.
feel you.
So
Feel you.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting down to the wire here. There's two different types of stuffing. There's sausage.
Okay.
There's sausage stuffing and there's regular stuffing. I have never had sausage stuffing. I just assume it's also S tier, just like regular stuffing is. But
I've never had sausage stuffing. I've had stuffing. I'm not even a stuffing guy, but you have to put it in S tier.
no, yeah, there's no way not to. Brad said chicken cutlets should also be on this list of forgotten Thanksgiving food. Yeah, I agreed, Brad. I did put stuffed clams and stuffed mushrooms as well, which I feel like not everybody does, but I feel like Brad's family probably does that. Either one. And Q, what is stuffing? Like, I mean, it's like bread and shit and like breadcrumbs and all kinds of other like cubs and shit like that.
A little gravy on it. It's
Yeah, a
delicious.
little gravy. It's great. And you shove it up the turkey's ass and you just kind of go to town. Something on here called booty noodles. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna go into a private browsing window and look up.
Don't look up the Urban Dictionary. Don't look up that.
Booty noodles. Oh, they're
What
called.
is
Oh, these are chitlins.
chitlins? Okay.
These are chitlins. I've never had chitlins. I've ate Ken's booty noodles.
I mean, this is great.
We're just going straight F. I don't know. I've never had a
Yeah.
chitlin.
I don't know what it is. From what I'm reading about, it's nothing's good about them. F sounds good.
It's yeah, it's not. I don't know. Until proven otherwise, it's gonna be F. We probably should have had like a. Here's what I'm gonna do.
I never heard of.
Because realistically, F is dog water tier. I'm gonna put NA.
Yeah. Okay.
Just to be
NA.
fair, just because I don't want anybody to come out of the woodwork who's like from a region where they actually serve them and be like, "What the fuck?" We'll put collard greens down here because I've never had them.
Yeah. That was good.
Let's see.
yeah,
So the
that's
next
good.
one is candied yams.
I don't dislike yams, but I see them, and that would be, unless there's no other options left on the table, I'm not putting yams on my plate at all. I don't dislike them. But I'm not even thinking of putting
Anything
them on
with
my
like butter and like candiness to it, like a butter and honey
Yeah.
on it, can't be that bad. And it's like a vegetable. You'd be like, "Oh, did you eat? Come on, Tiggy, eat some vegetables." And you go, "I did. I had some candied yams, which is probably 80% fat and sugar." But
Yeah. I think that's solid in D with the roasted veggies, you know.
And then finally, for the last of the apps, sweet potato casserole.
Oh. Sweet potato casserole. Does it have? I can't see. Does it have the mushroom, or does it have the marshmallow? Does it have the marshmallow
It
on
does.
top?
I'll put it right up top in S tier so you can see it.
Again, I've never had the sweet potato casserole with
With
I'm saying
marshmallows?
mushrooms with marshmallows. I can't imagine it being good, but I also can see it's not terrible.
It's non-negotiable.
I would never think to put it in my mouth. If they have it this year, I'll give it the old
should.
college try. Just looking at it, I would
Dude,
immediately put it in dog
the
water.
goat.
I don't even know how this
Undisputed.
happens.
Undisputed. Jordan 96, 97, back to back. Every year of my life, all year, every year. Sweet potato casserole, fucking god tier. I'm actually gonna put a tier above S tier. Triple S. Sweet
S
potato.
plus.
Sweet potato casserole. Ken goes, "Get that shit out of here, dog water. Actual dog food." Miller even hates it. No, I've definitely given Miller some. I 100% have given Miller a marshmallow before. So we've got
I've never seen it. I wish I would have. Then maybe that's a regional thing because I've never seen it down here or out west. I've never seen that.
It might be a regional thing. I've seen far more people serve it without marshmallows than I have with, but
Yeah.
we've done it with marshmallows for years. It's the GOAT. There is no better side. It is an essential. And, you know, you best believe I'm scraping off some extra marshmallows onto that shit. Because, you know, if you're not first, you're last. So, all right, we are on to the mains. We have smoked turkey, fried turkey, and your traditional roast turkey.
Okay. Personally, I would say smoked turkey A.
Okay.
I would say roasted turkey S. I'd probably put fried up there too. I'd say fried and roasted S, smoked turkey A. That's what I'm thinking. What about you, Dom? I mean, you could also make an argument all turkey could be an S, all could be an A. Let me know what you're thinking.
I'm thinking like your traditional roast turkey. I mean, a smoked turkey. I've never had a smoked turkey. I know for a fact that it's got to be better than roast turkey. It just has to be. And I think fried turkey is better too. We only made fried turkey once. One of my buddies made one when we did a Friendsgiving, and it was excellent. We thought he was literally going to nuke the entire house by doing it, but it was really good. Roast turkey, it's hard stuck B for me. It's just nothing. It can't stand alone on its own. I'd never eat turkey outside of Thanksgiving. My mother even was like, she's like, I'm gonna make a turkey like last week or something. I'm like, why the fuck would you do that? And don't invite me over if you're gonna do that, because I don't want. And you know, nobody's ever gonna say, hey, you know, we're doing dinner, we're gonna make a turkey. You guys want to come over? I would say no. I would fake sick.
Yeah.
Turkey nut on Thanksgiving is the most mid is the most mid like protein that you can possibly get. But what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, see, me, I kind of like the plain roasted turkey.
Okay.
I'm a big fan, but mainly because that makes the gravy shine even brighter.
Okay.
So I don't mind a little roasted turkey. Sometimes the smoked turkey has too much flavor, too much of the smokiness, and then with the gravy and stuff, it's like, it kind of doesn't mash well. So I like to do roasted turkey, mashed potato, gravy, all in one bite. I just
Okay.
like to drag my fork through there like I'm painting, like I'm doing a Bob Ross painting there, just making
Yep.
happy accidents. So,
Yep. 100%. Yeah,
that's why I enjoy the roasted turkey.
I feel you. I feel you. I like where your
Yeah.
head's at. I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
This is going to be. I mean, I feel like I mean, I definitely took the wheel on the turkey, but I'll let you handle the ham because for me, I legitimately cannot eat ham. I
Yeah.
love pork. I love any other form of pork. Ham, I legitimately cannot eat. I don't know why. I don't know if I just had a bad slice of it when I was a kid. I literally cannot eat it. So to me, it is always going to be dog water tier, but I will let you choose which tiers they go in. There's regular ham and there's spiral ham. You tell me.
Okay. Can you scroll down so I can see the picture just a second? So the thing is, so there's one ham that sits among the rest. So obviously the regular ham, yeah, you can put the regular ham in dog water. Put that in dog water. The regular ham, dog water. Okay. The spiral ham, I would make an argument it should be S, bottom
Okay.
for A. And what I'm thinking is, so I used to work at Honey Baked Ham.
Oh.
And I don't know if you've known if anyone's ever had a Honey Baked Ham, but Honey Baked Ham is so much better than regular ham. You can't even describe what they do, what the process they do, how they torch the glaze on and stuff like that.
Ooh.
So I think ham sits above turkey. So we're kind of like a Honey Baked Ham family. My stepdad's there right now. This is like the third busiest day of the entire year.
My
right now.
stepdad's there right now. You're
Yeah.
a honey baked hamley. Honey baked.
Oh
ham.
yeah. We are a hamley. So yeah, I would say Honey Baked Ham should be an S tier.
All
But
right.
I think that's
I'll
you
put
got to
that
put
in S tier for
parentheses,
you.
Honey Baked Ham. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put that in.
So
I'll put
that's
that in
why
there
it's
for you. Roast is S for me.
Roast. Okay.
You get a nice, red, rare holiday roast. That's S tier.
Okay.
That's not going anywhere.
Yep.
Right. I like that better than honestly. One year we didn't even do a turkey. We just did a roast, and it was beautiful. It was probably my favorite Thanksgiving ever because I was just like, thank God I don't have to. Our long national nightmare is over.
Yeah.
Pies. So okay, before we get to the pies, let's do the ones that aren't pies. Banana pudding. I've never had at Thanksgiving. I have had banana pudding before, and it's okay.
I don't know.
What are your thoughts on banana pudding?
C, dog water. I don't
D.
know. I mean, it
It's
doesn't
D
belong
tier.
on the table.
No, in context, it's fucking get it out of here. Cheesecake.
Yeah. Cheesecake, solid. I don't think it belongs on the table, but it's way better than banana pudding. So I'd
Yeah.
put like B or C.
Yeah, well, let's go
I
B.
don't know.
Let's go B with
Yeah.
cheesecake. Okay, now we got pies. There are 5 pies on this list. We can add more if you want. We've got pumpkin pie, apple pie, pecan pie. I'm literally starving to death right now. Peach cobbler, and sweet potato pie.
Okay, so I think pumpkin and pecan immediate S tier. Immediate S tier.
I agree.
No thoughts about it.
I agree.
The cobbler, I don't think I've had a peach cobbler for Thanksgiving.
It sounds so good. I've never had one either.
Sounds good. I would say B. I'd say it's safe in B because it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
But I've just never had it
Yep, I agree with
Thanksgiving. So
that. I agree with that.
and what do we got? Sweet potato and
An
what's the other
apple.
one?
Apple has to be A
An
tier.
apple. Yeah, apple A. Sweet potato. Again, I'm not a huge sweet potato fan, so I'm gonna leave that up to you. I mean, you put the casserole ahead of the cornbread, so you're kind of the sweet potato expert here.
I mean,
you're lowering it, huh?
I mean,
Is it because there's no marshmallows? There's no
Correct.
marshmallow topping.
correct. That's the dessert. Sweet potato pie is the dessert. Sweet potato casserole, vastly different. As you can see, there's no crust on it. How can it be a dessert?
Okay.
But no, I mean, it's this. Yeah, I mean, if I got to put my own, I mean, this peach cobbler does look so good. I'm gonna put that A tier too. There's ice cream on it.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like
Okay.
peach is an underrated flavor. I feel like there's not a lot of things that are peach. That's my favorite high noon flavor, peach.
Okay.
I don't know if you're a peach
I
high
like
noon
that.
guy, but I do like peach high noons.
Yep.
Um,
Anything tropical, peach, mango, orange, I'm in there.
yeah,
So.
yeah, love that. All right, so this is it. This is the final list. I'm gonna
it.
make sure that we get a nice screenshot of it so everybody knows. Hold on one sec.
Do we need to make any adjustments? Anything need changing? Chat? Anything?
I don't know. If anybody in the chat has
anything
any
look bad
objections, I
play?
mean, speak now or forever hold your peace.
I think it looks pretty solid. Gravy has to be S tier. I mean, smoked baked bean or smoked mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, double stuffing. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put that anywhere else. When I think of Thanksgiving, I think of just S.
Let's see. Yeah, no, I mean, I can't think of any edits that I would
Yeah.
that I would do. So this is it. This is the list.
That's the list.
Oh, 1 sec. Let me. There we go. Boom. Got the screenshot there.
Yep. Got it.
All right. So we've only got a couple of minutes here left. Let me just make sure the baby is still sleeping, because if not, I will be in big trouble. Give me just 1 second. Oh yeah, no, he has been snoozing for the past hour. We are good.
Love that.
Boom. All right. So while we're here, I'm just gonna leave this up here. So if anybody jumps in and has any objections, you can kind of formulate your own ideas. But this is the Thanksgiving tier list. It's official. It's a lock. It is the most accurate tier list that we can come up with. And if you have any other suggestions, my suggestion is that you start your own podcast and then make your own fucking tier list. So that's what I got for you. So we've got about 10 minutes left here. We do have a we do have a one voicemail. I want to listen to that, and then maybe we can do some world talk, do some league talk before we wrap up. Here we go.
Sounds good.
Hey boys, Coleman here. Just wanted to drop in. I don't have a question this week, but I just want to tell you guys how thankful I am that you guys take so much time out of your personal lives to give us this podcast content and the wicked good reviews and the YouTube shorts and all sorts of stuff for free. I know you guys have super busy lives between work and being parents and all your other dedication. I know that's not an easy task. I'm sure not every week is super easy to saddle up to the chair and get that podcast content out there for us, but I'm so thankful you guys do it. I've gotten so many hours of entertainment out of you guys. I love our community. We have a great community here at WGG. Again, guys, I'm super thankful you guys do this. It means so much to me that you guys provide all this for us for free. Thank you so much. And then I can't wait to eat my sweet potato casserole right beside all my other dishes, since it is a side dish, that goes hand in hand with the Thanksgiving feast. All right, guys, have a good Thanksgiving. Love you guys. Peace.
Coleman, thank you. It's nice to have at least one other rational soul in this community who knows the one true king, sweet potato casserole, is just will never be dethroned. Ken goes, fuck Coleman. But we appreciate you. Thank you for the voicemail and yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun to do this. I mean, again, there was probably there was probably a handful of break off points that we could have just kind of stopped and rode off into the sunset. We do have families, we do have other lives. I mean, Tiggy's literally serving our country. We have plenty of shit going on. I mean, but it's a lot of fun, and you guys make it fun. So we appreciate it, and especially the voicemails really keep us going. Also, just kind of breaking news in here. Larry Gordo is in the chat and has taken umbrage with our with some of our rankings here. He's saying that deviled eggs and King's Hawaiian don't belong in dog water. So I'd love you to state the case. But you let me know. What you think about those. But Tiggy, while we wait for these grievances to be aired, why don't you tell us about what's going on in the league world?
The league world, we already mentioned, the map's kind of changing a little bit. They're taking a lot of items away. They're reworking a lot of items. They're changing prices. They're changing certain ability powers, whether they're making it AD, AP, and stuff like that. So it's going to be kind of a whole new game. And usually there's an off season that happens right after Worlds until January when the new season starts up. They are not doing that this year. So the season's going to run technically until like early January when the next season starts. So plenty of time, plenty enough time to, you might think to gain those ranks, plenty enough time to lose those ranks for those rewards. So, tread carefully in the World of League. Very exciting though, they're changing the map and they're continuously, just not only making improvements, but they're just making adjustments, and that's why League has kind of been the standard when it comes to esports. Speaking of the esports, we did kind of mention that Faker, the GOAT, the unkillable Demon King himself, with his 4th title, his first one since 2016, I believe.
Yeah.
So he's been on a little hiatus, but he's been to the big show, but he's also lost a couple on the way. Some are calling him the LeBron of esports in that sense.
You know what I really need? You know what I need T1 to drop? Is a Faker.
What
It's
do you
just Faker, but it has the 4 instead of the A.
That's fire. That'd be fantastic. So that'd be good.
Oh, what a fucking goat, dude. You got to do it, right? I mean, and the jerseys, don't get me started on the jerseys with the new logo with the 4 stars over it.
Uh-huh.
Come on.
That'd be fantastic. I mean, T1 just went out and kind of dominated Weibo.
I mean, they dominated every LPL team. Every LPL team just went. I mean, what did they lose? They lost 1 round. They lost 1 game. I think they went 13-1 against LPL teams, I think, or something crazy like that. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy.
The only one they lost to was JDG, who was probably the favorites to win the whole thing, who have not lost like a tournament all this year. They've won both their splits. They've won the MSI, and it was the Golden Road, but Faker was there to stop him. So
now, do we have an update on Keria, on T1 Keria, and whether or not he got to have a little little meet and greet with one of his heroes?
Yep. So Keria did get to have a little meet and greet. The whole teams did. Both teams got to meet him before and stuff like that. T1 gave them jerseys, which I thought was cool, and gave them jerseys and signed them and stuff.
Yeah.
And then Weibo didn't, and I was like, "Ooh, might have been a bad look to not."
Listen, New Jeans just wanted, listen. What's that quote from? It's a Sean Connery movie where he's like, "Your best." What is it? Fuck. It's like the losers try their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen. That's the I can't remember what movie that's from.
The Rock.
The Rock.
The Rock.
That's The Rock. All right, hold on, wait. Larry Gordo said, "My love for King's Hawaiian started when I was a wee youngin'. They have an incredible pull-apart ability to wrap around other items within them, like a sweet, sweet blanket. There's levels to this." I mean, you're kind of selling me on the rolls here, but Larry, let me ask you a question, because I want to make sure that the community's voice is heard here. We also have like homemade dinner rolls, crescent rolls, and biscuits on this list. Would you put King's Hawaiian rolls above those? Are those really better than like a homemade, freshly baked dinner roll? Because I'm just thinking of like those in context with like a hot buttered roll.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to hear your thoughts. The line is open, 617-701-7678. Matter of fact, leave us a voicemail, Larry. If you want to give us a call, 617-701-7678, and leave us a voicemail and defend King's Hawaiian rolls, and then I will move them if I'm moved by your statement. But I do like where your head's at. Thank you for contributing here, Larry. But
yeah, Keria met New Jeans. New Jeans are playing League of Legends, and they're talking about.
Who was the New Jeans member that was like that? He was like screaming. Was it just "Here I Come, New Jeans," or wasn't it one of the individual? Yeah.
No, I think he was just screaming like, "Here I come, New Jeans!" Like, and he was just so excited and stuff. So he was cool. After they won, him and I think Zeus, the top laner who won MVP and stuff, I think they both went back to the T1 headquarters and just started streaming because they couldn't sleep. And they were just there. And the first thing Keria did when he turned on the stream, he rewatched the New Jeans opening ceremony.
Love it.
Because he wanted to see it, because obviously he didn't see it.
So. Oh, 100%. And it sounds like members of New Jeans, Minji and Hani, were very endeared by Keria's excitement to meet them, on the world stage. So I'm so happy to see that happened. Hopefully this is a true esports love story. I mean, I don't know, maybe this kindles a flame. I mean, ladies love a winner. And, I hope that Keria, I'm pretty sure they're like 19 and 20 years old. So I hope they go out for some nice non-alcoholic beverages. Actually, what's the drinking age in Korea?
No, it's got to be young, right?
I mean, not that young. Drinking age in Korea, it's probably
19.
Yeah, so there you go. Boom. I'm pretty sure. That's it. There you go. Boom. We're good.
Yep.
So, congrats on the love, Keria. We appreciate. I'm trying to get friend of the program Joe Marsh back on here, CEO of T1. To talk about it, and it's just great to see Faker lift his fourth one. And again, I really need the Faker T-shirt. It's just Faker with the 4 instead of the A. That's like the they had a Brady shirt like that with like 7 on it. I don't even know what letter they replaced it with, but like the TB12 merch where it has a 7 next to it. Crazy, goes crazy. Give me that.
That's cool.
Yeah. Q's asking about VR games. I've never played a VR game in my life, so I literally do not know what to tell you on that front.
Yeah. VR games, they always look awesome, especially the clips of Among Us when like grown men are verbally assaulting like a 10-year-old that doesn't know how to play, and they're crying like in the game, legit, because no one will believe them. So
yeah,
I would say that. Yeah, maybe Phasmophobia might be cool in VR. Might be a little scary, but
that's a big, it's cool. Definitely a big one. I think Phasmophobia is definitely a really popular one. There's also like some really good, like I've heard that Half-Life Alyx is really good. I've never played it myself, but I've heard Half-Life Alyx is really good. That's supposed to be like a premier game. Ask Bob. I think Bob has a VR headset. I'm pretty sure he just uses it for what he uses it for, but I want to say that on the podcast because I don't want to out him, but actually he's pretty public with that, so he'll talk about all the tentacle things that he experiences on VR. But anyway, that's all we got. That's been our voicemails. We're gonna wrap it up here. We hope that everybody has a great Thanksgiving Eve. I hope that everybody has a great Thanksgiving, safe, happy Thanksgiving. If you're driving, drive responsibly. Don't be a fucking moron, especially not tonight. I don't know if Thanksgiving Eve is a big thing out your way, Tiggy, where people go out and drink and, do the whole homecoming thing. It certainly is out here. I'll be going to my local Chinese restaurant and having a bunch of Mai Tais with some friends that I haven't seen in a while, which would be great. But I mean, don't fucking be a dumbass the night before Thanksgiving. And don't ruin your family's Thanksgiving by being, like, cripplingly hungover either. Like, be an adult. Get a little hungover, have a Bloody Mary in the morning, and rally like the rest of us. Any final thoughts from you, Tiggy, before we head off into the Thanksgiving holiday?
Nope, just super thankful for you, Dom, you and Bob. It's a lot to be thankful for this past year. So I think it's been an incredible journey. Happy to be riding along, and glad we could get this in before the holidays.
Absolutely. Sure. Absolutely. Thankful for all of you guys, and really appreciate everybody that's been in the chat and been leaving voicemails and stuff like that. So this has been yet another episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast. We love you so much, and we'll see you next week.